Good morning. Let's get inspired today. Here we go. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Make the ah sound. Let the breathing come back to normal. Eyes opening. So this is day 21. Tomorrow is the beginning, or tomorrow's the beginning of the next week for us. Okay? So this is day 21. And we want to make sure that we are tracking what we're doing. We want to make sure that we keep our eyes on where we're going to. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by all the stuff that's going on. Make sure that on one level, you stay one-pointed. One level that you understand that you have a great purpose. You know, we talked, or at least I wrote yesterday evening, about Viktor Frankl and Man's Search for Meaning. You know, it's very important for us to understand that if we're going to enjoy our life, we must have a sense of meaning. Enjoyment is really about being on purpose. Enjoyment is really about feeling that you are well placed. You know, enjoyment is feeling that you are doing what you were meant to do. So understand that certainly part of your mission, no matter who you are in this life, is learning how to ground and learning how to calm. You know, so we want to bring that in. Remember what Viktor Frankl was saying that made all the difference for people who were able to get through the concentration camps in World War II. We today must connect with this deep sense of meaning. As much as we've had in our lifetimes, as much as we've been able to enjoy entertainments and all kinds of things, if it has no meaning, it doesn't have any sustenance. It's like eating plastic fruit. We are not going to be able to find meaning just solely from going into the outer world. We have to understand that our meaning comes from inside out. We radiate it outwards. So be aware of meaning today. Remember that idea of above, so below. We are having elements spilling over from the macro. Part of what we are feeling as individuals is really what's going on in the broader realm. So be aware of that. As above, so below, but also as below, so above. You can have an effect on the macro. Yeah, get out there and make a difference. Vote, make your voice heard, but understand that at the exact same time, you have to be working for an inner world, an inner practice, a place that connects you to something that is unchanging, that experience of being, I am. So connect with that. Be with that and activate it today. You know, when I was able to shift some of the most profoundly troubling emotional states of my experience of my life, the essential element was that I began to think about if there were other people like me. I began to reframe things and gave myself the feeling that what I was working for was not just my own liberation, but for a liberation of people like me. Later on, I came in contact with the Bodhisattva vow, which was that idea of dedicating yourself to all sentient beings. You know, dedicate yourself to humanity as a whole. Understand that when you're working in the inner world, that you're coming to that place that we all meet, that we're all connected. At the deepest level, it's like a sun shining on 1,000 different puddles. It's the same sun that shines out of each one. Each of us is having that element shining out of our own self. So step it up today. Be excited today. This can't be done without getting some enthusiasm. You have to do some rejoicing. I get myself up at least 3 times a day. Be aware of the need for efficiency. And when we talk about efficiency, we're usually talking about the outer world. I'm talking about the efficiency of being connected with the inner world. You have lots of space in your life, even though it doesn't feel like it. Most of the time when you don't have space, it's because you're constantly running that thought process. Be efficient. Use those open spaces to activate micro practices. Breathing, deep breathing. Ask yourself positive questions. Frame things in a way that makes you feel like you're winning. Don't lie to yourself, but find the better of 2 witnesses. Train yourself with maxims. This is a term that means affirmations. Make sure you're doing many affirmations. Begin to memorize, texts that really work for you. What we're doing is creating an overall structure that allows us to be resilient. And that resilience needs us to step up to the plate. We have to be able to have the discernment to understand, are we working for something that's building meaning, or are we working for something that's just purely about pleasure or purely about self-aggrandizement? This is the time that we can really make something happen. And when we connect with that purpose, we connect with our true self. And all of a sudden, we don't have to be in contact with the purpose. We are the purpose. We don't have to try to do something. Just by being ourselves, something gets done. When you're truly in that complete mind, the whole mind, then all of a sudden, things come to you that you would never have anticipated. So, remember the story of Alexander the Great, with the Gordian knot? He walks in, the knot can't be untangled. He takes his sword out and chops it with all of his might, and it pops open. If you strike with all of your might in this moment, you can change the world. So I thank you for your time today. I thank you for who you are to humanity. Don't sell yourself short. Go at it like you are the crucial human consciousness. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and check out the blog this evening, drakepoe.com. There'll be a piece up around 6 o'clock. Let's do this. Let's ring the bell on the way out. Here we go. We know with the path of spirituality, the path of open-heartedness, that truly to intend what we're working for is the culmination of it. If we truly intend it, what we end up finding out is that it begins to flow through us even before we have fully embodied it. I'm going to bring my hands into prayer position, and I bow to you, and I say to you, Namaste. Thank you.